I'm sorry about the noise in the background, guys. As you can see, it's actually the cathedral. Now, I think mostly everybody's probably seen the video regarding Sergeant Allen, sorry, and his assault on 269 Jem. As I say, I'm just here today just to show a bit of extra support for Jem. She's back here today with her group protesting, obviously about the bird, and I think there'll be more said about Sergeant Allen. I'll get back to you guys. Hi guys. 269 Jem's actually at the station, and another one of the guys that was with her. I'm actually going to go and see if I can get any comment on the front desk and see what this officer here tells us. Good morning.
It's afternoon, come on.
Afternoon, is it? I don't even know what time I'm at. Is there any comment on Sergeant Allen?
Why would I want to make a comment about Sergeant Allen? I told this last week, we ain't going to make any comments on that.
No comment whatsoever?
No,
Can you tell us if he's been suspended?
No, I'm not going to make any comment. Apart from anything, firstly, the matter is sub judice, which therefore would be not correct for us to make any comments at all. And as I'm protecting your witness, I would not make any comment at all anyway.
No?
It's in America. We don't air everything in public before a court case.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm doing. I'm airing a bit. Now, can you tell me if he's been drug tested? Would you answer that?
Why would we want drug testing? What?
Because
can I ask you what
the public are saying? A lot of the public out there are looked obviously at the video, and they're telling us they think he's definitely on something. Looking at his eyes, his pupils are dilated.
No.
Now, if that was something that stopped the police in the street...
I'll tell you what, if somebody could possibly make that sort of medical examination from a video, I'd be quite impressed. We'll be having them in the
Well, the police make that point all the time when they stop people. Your eyes are dilated, we're going to check you. Have you been on anything or taken anything?
Whenever I've done that, it's because I'm talking to them face to face, and there's other factors that would impact on my...
People that were there on that day did state they thought he was on... Oh yeah, you're going to shrug it off, officer, yeah?
What?
I take it, are you a staff member?
Sorry?
Are you staff, or
Yes.
are you an officer?
Depends which day I'm working, really.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a complicated
And I take it there's no inspector to make a comment? No. Sergeant? No?
As you were told last week, we will not be making any comment to members of the public ad hoc on something that is sub judice, and that's basically the end of it, really.
Well, if you don't mind, because I wasn't here last week, so I've heard about this pigeon case, so the mobility scooter.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
So I've heard that it's been open and shut, nothing's come of it, and there's been signatures signed, about 50,000.
Yeah, 50,000 signatures.
I'll talk to you about that.
Yeah, I'd love to hear.
Would you like me to enter with you?
Yeah. That's right.
Did you want to come and join us?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Right, I'll just raise this a little bit. Right.
Yeah.
Now, what normally happens is a complaint would be made, right? And as I understand it, because I don't actually know anything about this case,
right,
we would look to see whether or not there is a threshold of evidence that we could reasonably prosecute. Now, I've got to say, I'm not as au fait maybe with the Wildlife and Countryside Act as maybe other people are and should be. But what I know is that we would look at the information we'd be given. Does it meet a threshold of evidential threshold test that we could realistically get a prosecution? Now, I've heard on the grapevine that this man has been spoken to and he's put forward an explanation, and people who make these decisions have decided that we would not be able to realistically get a case home at court.
Under the evidence that was presented, so it was on CCTV.
Yeah, but see, you have to look at context of evidence. We don't just look at one piece of evidence, we have to look at other things. We also have to look at potential defences put forward. And what we have to look at, because we've got to reach a very high standard of proof in a court. We've got to go beyond, not beyond any doubt, beyond reasonable doubt, okay? And that is quite high, and unfortunately sometimes you can imagine the amount of cases we've had to drop in the past where we feel we've got very good evidence, and often as well charging decisions aren't made by us, they're made by CPS. Okay?
I'm just confused how it can be documented precisely what he did.
I'm trying to explain to you. Yeah, we can have documentation, but people think of CCTV and such like as the be all and end all. It's evidence in context. I haven't seen that, so I'm not going to comment on that.
Yeah, I just struggle to know how we can literally see somebody killing an animal.
Right, you understand that, but unfortunately, what you're talking about is the judicial system where we have to meet a standard of proof. Can we take a case forward and actually get a realistic chance of prosecution? And people have looked at it. I believe he's been spoken to. Don't quote me on that, because I don't really know much about the case. but it would have, a test would have had. You've got certain tests that you have to put evidence through to see whether or not it meets the threshold of being able to take it to court. And if we can't get a genuine, we don't just take cases to court on ad hoc. It's not going to be a flip of the coin. Okay?
It's just, I feel like activists have been charged for less.
I'm not going to comment on that because
it's very inconsistent, and the problem is if you can literally see. So I can understand why you're saying, oh well, that might not be enough evidence, but it's a concern when you can literally see on CCTV someone killing an animal.
Context is everything, and unfortunately.
The context was he killed an animal, like in public.
Well, I say I'm not going to discuss my views on that. But personally speaking, you know what? Nobody's ever asked me whether I agree with that or not. And I don't think you're even really.
Yeah, I've definitely got that also.
Yeah, but
however,
this is. But you
I'm
see
not saying
why.
I don't agree with what the decision. No, I don't agree with people killing animals willy-nilly anymore.
Well, you see our concern then for standing outside, because it then looks like justice, which is, you're supposed to.
But the reality is, one thing you have to understand, ma'am, is that the justice system is not a popularity contest. And despite what people think, we apply the same test to every case that we deal with, and we have to look at, would we get a reasonable chance of a conviction in a court? And somebody who knows more about these things than I do, that'll be somebody whose job to do nothing but that, has decided the evidence doesn't meet the threshold test.
Well, I'm not stating it's a popularity contest. I'm stating it's an act of injustice that has taken place.
Like I say, but I also know what you're trying to achieve. But the reality is, there are going to be cases that have been dealt with that don't meet the same level of public popularity, but they still have the right to meet the same evidential threshold test. Does that make sense?
Well, the thing is, I understand, because the bird specifically is a pigeon. Usually, people don't really even care about them anyway, so it's not really even a popularity thing. So my issue is, I'd love to know specifically.
I do apologise if I've put that forward wrong. What I mean is,
no. What I'm saying, if I just convey,
yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Like the problem with this, like specifically. If
sorry, sir. Can I just ask you? Are these people aren't with you? Are they?
No.
Can I ask you not to film while we have other members of the public in here?
I'm not filming them. I'm actually in a public place.
No, actually, you're not. You're in a place that we own, and it's a place where the public have access.
I think it's actually the public that own the building, officer.
Yeah, I'm not going to get into that. Right? I know what the score. I'm just asking you out of politeness, right? Please respect people's privacy.
I'm not filming the members of the public, officer.
If I can just finish my point, I'd like to know, is there any way to follow up on the people who made the decision that there wasn't enough evidence? Because I'd like to know specifically who said watching somebody on CCTV killing an animal wasn't enough evidence. Is there
in that case, you'd have to direct some form of inquiry to probably Wyndham or whoever.
Could you refer me to specifically the?
No, I can't, because I don't know. But
who would know?
If you've got any concerns, write to the force on behalf of the Chief Constable, and then if there is something to be looked at, it'll be passed through to the appropriate people.
Okay, because we're going to want to. Obviously, we have this other issue, but we're going to want to know specifically who said, okay, well, that's just not enough evidence. Because I'm pretty sure if I did something. On CCTV.
All I've been doing here is discussing the process that we go through to reach a decision. Okay, I can't comment on specific cases. That's not my job, and it'd be inappropriate for me to.
Well, is there anything further?
That's me. Can I have your shoulder number, please?
Sorry?
Shoulder number, please.
Alpha 692.
Thank you very much.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Cheers.
Take care.
Okay, guys, I've not got you on camera. Hi, guys. Going to point this one out to you, but actually this is right outside the police station door. I'll make you fully aware of where this car is parked on a double yellow. I'm actually going to go inside the station and ask if they will move their vehicle. Hi Bob. Can I just ask why you've got a police vehicle parked in double yellow lines at the front of the station?
What do you mean on double yellow lines?
It's actually on double yellow lines right at the very front of the station.
Yeah.
Yeah? Can it be moved? I think if it was a member of the public, they would get a ticket for that.
We actually have dispensation to park out at the front.
Dispensation? I think that's disabled people that have got dispensation. Because the thing is, you've got to be on blue lights for a police car to be able to park on double yellow lines.
Pardon?
You've got to be on blue lights, got to be an emergency for a police car to actually use double yellows.
No, not the case.
Yeah, it is the case.
No.
No. So you ain't going to move the car?
No.
No, that'll be another complaint then.
That's fine, mate. No problem.
That'll be another complaint. I just find it really, really
No, I'll tell you what
rude.
I find, right, okay? You aren't coming here for a sensible conversation, are you?
I'm coming in for sensible conversation. Yeah, I'm coming in to point out problems because you think you can get away with anything you want.
No, we don't.
Yeah, well, you've got a car out there in double yellows. If that was a member of the public, they'd have a ticket on them for that. Or spoken to by a police officer to move
Right,
it.
okay. We have dispensation to park outside our police station.
On marked police bays,
Yeah.
not on double yellows.
Well, tell you what, not prepared to stand there and discuss it all day.
That's disgusting. That is disgusting.
Right.
Disgusting. It's no one. You know, this station is going to be putting special measures at some point
Why?
because the attitude of the officers totally stinks.
What's the problem with the attitude?
Well, I'm pointing out a problem to you now. If that was a member of the public, you would give a ticket out for that.
You've come in here with an axe to grind, right?
I've not got an accident. I'm pointing out the
explain to you
issues.
something.
I'm here showing people where their tax money is going and the things that police can step over boundaries where the members of the public can't.
What are you on about?
Well,
We've got dispensation to park at.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
No. So the car's not getting moved, no?
Well, I'll tell you what, I will mention your concerns to the sergeant.
Thank you.
He will make that decision.
Yep, thank you very much.
If his decision is no, it ain't.
I think you should be advised to move it. If it was a member of the
I'll tell
public,
you
as I
what,
say.
I will explain to him your concerns.
Yeah.
I don't advise the sergeant what to do.
Yep.
Right, okay? So that's up to him.
Yep.
Right? So there we are.
Thank you very much. You've not got a great attitude at all, officer. Not a great attitude at all.
The thing is, I've got a quite good attitude.
You've not.
I get quite a lot of praise from people I deal with. I get a lot of thanks from people I deal with. Right? But I'm going to be quite honest with you. Right?
Come on.
I would engage with anybody if they want to discuss something.
Yep.
But you have clearly come in here looking for trouble.
I've not got an issue with you as an officer. I'm just pointing out you've got a car in double yellows. If it was a member of the public, they would have a ticket for it.
No, they wouldn't.
I'll leave that one with you, officer.
Okay. The thing is, if a member of the public was parked there, because it quite clearly says for police use only, right?
Not where the double yellows are, it doesn't.
I'll stand to be corrected, but are there not double yellows all the way down the road?
No, I'm talking about that bit there. It's actually got a box junction and double yellows. The car should not be there.
Well, at the moment we'll probably have to agree to disagree. I will raise your
If you can get your sergeant to have a look, please.
Sorry?
Ask your sergeant, can you have a wee look?
Right, let me be quite clear, right? I will speak to the sergeant.
Yes?
And he will make a decision.
Yes.
He has got a lot of other things. The sergeant that I'll be talking to is responsible for this whole city and all the problems therein.
Yeah.
Right? At the moment, even if it was technically committed an offence, which I'll dispute, but you know what, you might be right, I might be wrong.
Yes, yes.
I'm not right all the while.
Well, I'll thank you for that.
Yeah. I once thought I was wrong, but
I'll thank you for that. Hi guys, as you see, I went and asked for the vehicle to be moved. Mandes told me no, but this officer here is now moving the vehicle off of the double yellow lines. So obviously realised they were in the wrong. As we did have now I'm not too sure, but it might have been an inspector that came out and told us the car was going to be moved.
Yeah, please do, Chris. Crack on. You shouldn't be parked in double yellow, should you? Especially on the corner of a junction, eh? Don't know. Absolutely, mate. Every last one of them. That's it, Chris. Move the car. Forward you go. That's good, lad. That's good, boy. Do what you're told. Well,
So as you can see guys, one bit of satisfaction with that one.
That's a bit better, isn't it?
Just know anybody, if they park there,
Yeah, it's straight up. Yeah.
And I'll come back to you.
Have you been told to not comment?
No, to be honest, I don't know what it's about.
Really? Look at him trying to sneak off. Come on,
Can you
Carl,
tell us?
comment.
Can you tell us if that Sergeant Allen's been suspended?
I have absolutely no idea.
No idea?
No, I work at a completely different station, mate. I popped in here for a different reason.
No bother,
No,
mate.
you're
No
not based
bother.
out of Bethel. You're Alum, aren't you? Perhaps you could let them know that we'd like a comment.
I will
We're
let
being
them know.
stonewalled.
I shall let them know.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Not to my knowledge, no.
So Sergeant Allen,
But you asked me to comment on
Is
another
still
sergeant,
working.
so that wouldn't come down to me, would it? So,
well, you know he's based out of
well, I
this
know whether he
business,
is or
so are
not,
you.
but ultimately
Has he been
the decision
suspended?
around that, as far as I know, no.
So he's still, so after attacking peaceful protesters and
you're
falsely arresting people, he's still allowed to work.
You're asking me questions that I won't
I am.
answer.
Why won't you answer them?
Because they're
you
not
work for the
because
public.
it's not my place to answer them.
Yes, it is. You're a
No,
policeman.
it's
You
really
should be
not.
closing ranks, should you, and protecting
not
scumbags
my
like
place
that. Shame on you, Chris. You're complicit. Fucking
There we go,
arsehole.
guys. Yet again. No.
Excuse me, could we please have a comment on Sergeant Allen? Has he been suspended? If not, why not? Why is he allowed to continue working after attacking members of the public? What's your collar number? Why are you ignoring my questions? Why are you ignoring us?
Sorry, I'm really busy at the moment.
2429.
Abusing the public?
No. Helping the
Is
public.
Sergeant helping the public, what, by throwing people around? Is that your idea of helping the public, is it? How about tackling corruption in your ranks?
As you can see, no comment again, guys.
Are you based out of this police station?
So I'm genuinely not aware of who that is. I do apologise.
Are you based out of Bethel Street Police Station?
I am based out of Bethel.
Can you comment on Sergeant Allen throwing activists to the ground and making unlawful arrests?
I can't comment on that because I'm not aware of the incident. I do
Well,
apologise.
you all should be, and that speaks volumes, the fact that none of you know what we're talking about. When innocent members of the public were attacked by police officers. This is why David Carrick and Ray Cousins get away with abusing women, because you all stay silent and complicit. Norfolk Constabulary abuse women and abuse peaceful protesters.
No, I know about like the children abuse cases that are coming up on TV, which is like it's terrible.
Oh, Norfolk Constabulary, yeah, strip searched 500 children. I think, look, you have it fact checked, it's a huge number. I think
What?
it's 500
Serious?
a year. What possible reason would they have to strip search a child?
Child, yeah,
You know,
exactly.
and a lot of them are from sort of minority communities as well.
Exactly.
Overwhelmingly, there's
I know.
racial bias,
So this has been,
profiling.
I was born in like the 70s, and this has been going on throughout the 80s and 90s. Like, there's always statistics say that it's people from different nationalities in this country that get stripped searched and targeted. Well, so there's no equality in it.
Yeah, and then we pretend, oh no, we're just picking like whoever. It's like,
Yeah.
no,
But
you're not.
It's not.
It's
It's been proven.
profiling.
Listen, it's been proven years ago.
But yeah, we're protesting two
What is
cases.
this based on?
Yeah, so the first issue is, I don't know if you heard about the case of the man on the mobility scooter who killed a pigeon. It was in November. It made national press, up 50,000 signatures. Well, so
Just a cruel man.
What did he? I didn't see the case. Did he run
swerved
over it?
into them in his mobility scooter, deliberately swerved to hit them. Then he got out, pinned them to the floor with his foot,
Wow.
and
Well, that's
crushed their
animal
head in
cruelty,
with a
isn't it?
walking stick.
Yeah.
And it is an offence under the country's
And there was no
wildlife
prosecution,
country.
right?
nothing. Yeah,
No
we
arrests,
went in
nothing.
and spoke to him, and he said, well, they've looked at the evidence, and
Yeah.
apparently it's not enough evidence to convict. It's on CCTV.
The whole
Is it on
thing's on
CCTV?
CCTV.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you look up pigeon killer Norwich.
What, on YouTube? Oh, just on.
You'll find
Google,
like,
yeah.
you'll find
There's
the
a
news piece,
petition.
and you'll see this man on a mobility scooter,
Wow.
and that's what he's doing.
Cruel,
And then
mindless.
we have another issue.
Where did that happen up here?
Yeah, so it was outside a vegan cafe, Tofu Ride, down
Yeah,
St Gregory's
yeah, I know
Alley.
it, yeah.
The whole thing caught on camera, just such a senseless, cruel thing to do.
Of course it is. Yeah,
And
I'm
it's
an
so
animal
ironic-
lover myself.
So
anyway.
ironic
Yeah.
because
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Tofurai is like there's got the pigeons outside because she rescues pigeons.
I do
Yeah.
sometimes
So,
in the
yeah,
car park.
like-
Yeah, from cat attacks and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, it's
I
a
br-
natural thing to do.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah,
But
but
yeah, we have the brutality case.
so that was all caught on CCTV.
all caught CCTV.
Yeah.
There's a
Sufficient evidence.
Apparently that's not enough evidence.
And
But I'm
it's-
pretty sure
it's not enough.
if I committed a crime
What more
with
do you want?
CCTV,
Yeah. They penalise us, you see, because we're animal rights, so they'll target
Oh,
us
yeah.
for anything they
Oh,
can
great.
whilst letting shit like that go.
Is it? Yeah.
So we got a petition, it got 50,000 signatures to prosecute him.
Wow.
So we brought it down here to
Yeah.
like do a little protest, say, look, you need to revise your decision.
Yeah.
And the sergeant in there, we suspect, I'll make it clear, we've got no proof, but we suspect he was on drugs. Like he seemed off his eyes absolutely pinged. And he just started throwing us around. Every activist, he grabbed, pushed, he threw me onto the road.
Serious?
Video's gone viral on YouTube. Yeah.
Has it? Yeah.
Sergeant Allen,
Wow.
Sergeant 54 David Allen, look him up. He's a
and
nasty
we've been told
guy.
today he's still working.
He's not even been suspended.
Yeah.
Wow.
He unlawfully arrested us. So he attacked us.
It's a power ranger, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's abuse of power. That's what that exactly what that is.
And then when we went in, what did he say about that? He essentially he said, oh no, nothing, I can't comment on that. Like, and when we said about the drug test, he was like,
Yeah.
why would we want to do that?
Exactly. Aye,
Yeah.
why would we want to do that? Was his reply to
So
that?
that's
It's been an
telling the
allegation.
public that they don't get drug
Yeah.
tested.
And
That's
this was,
what that's-
by the way,
yeah.
when we
Yeah.
came here, we took a lovely picture of them being parked on the double yellow line for
And it was
over an
just
hour.
Yeah, of
We-
course.
Yeah, and when they came out, it was like, well, we were like, oh, well, someone would get a ticket for that, you said, and he was like, possibly.
Possibly.
So if I park my car there for 5 minutes.
They don't mess about in London with police cars and double yellow lines. I don't know what it's like up here. I live up here.
It's like they're so nonchalant about law when they're breaking it.
So, have you had any experience with Norfolk Constabulary? Any negative?
Really? No, not really.
I just tend to avoid.
Yeah,
It's
same.
fair, isn't it? If you avoid
Yeah,
them, you're going to be
walk
I don't
fine.
get that luxury, unfortunately. I've been harassed. The other thing is, I have been harassed and targeted by Norfolk Constabulary for
What,
3 years.
because of protesting?
Yes, I've had them come to my house 10 times in 1 week, middle of the
Serious?
night.
Yeah, one time they just smashed my door.
Just to disturb
prosecute me
you,
unlawfully.
just to put you off from protesting.
They're horrible.
Well, it's supposed to be
Very corrupt.
it's free country, free speech, isn't it?
They'll use arrests and like put you in jail to do it to you, like just to punish you because they know they're not going
Because then we can stop. That's what it is.
Yeah.
They don't highlight it. But the thing is, look, if there's animal cruelty or human cruelty or whatever kind of cruelty that's going on, it should be publicised.
Yeah.
And action should be taken. It's like
Exactly.
we're supposed to be loving beings, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to be more in touch with that side of ourselves.
There's-
And if everyone needs to stand up for what's right.
Of course, yeah. I'm a bit of a humanitarian, protesting
Yeah.
myself. Yeah. Yeah. But
Have you been involved in any sort of movements?
only in the ones in London against
Yeah.
like COVID and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Was
got
you there?
arrested a lot over COVID.
Did you?
Or not arrested. I was arrested once over COVID. They tried to find me. But yeah, I did go to some of the freedom protests. Because that COVID was a load of bullshit. Wasn't it?
We're going to be here every week. You'll be here every week.
Yeah. We're going to have protests here every Saturday.
About what?
About everything that this
That's
police
going
force
on.
is doing,
Is it?
everything. The lack of action on animal abuse, targeting protesters, the fact they're all a bunch of fucking
The
bastards.
thing is, you're allowed to protest. It's your right.
Yeah.
You have a right.
But
There's a
we're
right.
losing that right there.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, they're slowly. Yeah, they are. You see the upcoming generation now, they're trying to wipe it.
Sorry.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah, people don't see it.
They want a conditioned society
Yeah,
that doesn't
compliant.
speak. Yeah, compliant. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they've always been trying to aim for it, but they're pushing it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they
they're doing it by
are.
all certain family.
1984, isn't it? Frightening. Very frightening what's going on.
Yeah, it's a constant battle, isn't it? It's always been this way, you know,
Yeah.
right? It shouldn't. We all live, look, this is an island on this planet. We all live, we all breathe the same air. You should just share it and enjoy it. There's no need for divisions and barricades and fences and all that kind of stuff. There's no actual need.
No, not if people lived in accordance with their
But
true selves.
that just shows you, that just shows me my personal opinion, a lot of people's opinion, is that obviously the hierarchy wants it this way, you know.
Yeah.
There's no good, loving heart person up there in the hierarchy that's sending down good vibrations. It's not. These are the vibrations that are being sent down, man.
Yeah,
We're
and what
suffering
we're
from
putting
it,
out
innit?
as well, I think. I think every action of every individual has like a...
Well, look, when COVID came about, one thing, right? When COVID came about in Norwich, they cleared all the homeless up, put in hotels, hostels, B&Bs, nice places. As soon as it shut down, they let all back on the streets. They don't care.
terrible.
Yes, yeah.
And they get away with it because not enough people stand up and do something.
No,
Imagine
they
if
don't.
everyone was outside
They don't.
here and it takes people rising up on mass. That's
But in
the
Norfolk,
answer.
they're kind of like behind in this way. They won't get out and push. We can see that, look. It's only you here, isn't it? But I'm saying they won't. Do you know what I mean? They're happy with how things run.
As long as
but
the
that doesn't
people are
help.
alright.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, as long as they can go to work, pay the bills, they don't really look
They're
at
not
what's going
interested,
on.
no. And again, that's the conditioned lifestyle that they're breathing.
Sad,
It is sad. It's very sad. But that's this part of the world.
It
Isn't it?
only takes some magic mushrooms and connect with our higher selves. I think. That's the way, isn't it? It is. It's higher consciousness. It does
It
put
is.
you in touch with something.
Yeah, that's what I teach. I'm into spirituality.
Yeah,
and that's the way
so-
forward. I've been into it for years.
Yeah.
It's the truth, isn't it? You know the truth.
Yeah, you know it.
Yeah.
When you've been there, you know.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, there's so much more to this. But
People
they
don't think about it, do they? They don't
Nah.
think about it. I think it wigs people out when they think about the stuff they can't comprehend.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like bigger than this.
Yeah, but it's all knowledge that we should have been taught at school, should have been divulged to us, like the real truth. But they don't. It's conditioned, isn't it? You find these things later on in life when you like grow up and you're an adult.
Right, guys, one last look. I'm just going to finish this one off there. I've actually got to be elsewhere. and take care, everybody.